Shit, what's good, people? What's good? What's good? I figured I'd do this one on the run today. Before I go in, you know what I'm saying? But listen, man, what is success to you? It all depends on who you are. It all depends on who you talking to, for that matter. Some people's success, man, it might be that woman stealing that man from another woman. That could be success for somebody. Marriage could be success for somebody. Doing bigger and better things that you never thought of doing could be success to you. You know what I'm saying? And we all in different spaces. So when we judge other people's success on what it is they believe success is, we frown our faces up at what they feel success is. Listen, everybody not gonna have the same perspectives in life. Everybody got a different path they gotta walk. So your idea of success and what somebody else's idea of success is very different. You know, you got some people feel like you haven't dreamed big enough. So to them, your success doesn't mean anything next to theirs. What's good, Party Kels? So when you dream big and you shoot for the moon, you shoot for the stars, and you don't clearly land where you want, you will land somewhere above where you were. And I truly believe that. You know, some people feel like being rich is successful. Some people feel like having plenty of women is successful. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that feel those kind of ways. That's what success is to them. You just got to find your path. You just got to find what works for you and what you feel like success is. Some people feel like every little step is success. You know what I'm saying? Success could be, you know, you could have gotten a bad car accident. You know what I'm saying? You learn how to walk again. Not taking things for granted that you once had. That could be successful to somebody. So we determine other people's success on what they have accomplished, what they have obtained throughout their life. Stop thinking about that shit. Stop comparing yourself to people and their success. What works for you in this life? Fuck what everybody else talking about. You know what I'm saying? If that doesn't pertain to you in a better lifestyle, in a better living situation for you and your family, or you and yours, whatever, whoever that may be. We get too caught up in that. We get caught up in a lot of nonsense, and we always viewing other people's success, or what we feel like their success is, as better than the next man or woman. You know? Not fighting depression, anxiety, you know, other ailments of a person that they can or may have come across in their lifetime. You know, learning how to deal with that could be success from their point of view. Some people are rich and still depressed. You know what I'm saying? And you're thinking, because I've even thought it, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Robin Williams. He's just a person years ago, before I was really waking up to certain things, and you look at the average Joe, yourself and people around you, when you feel like they got money and they successful, they shouldn't want for nothing else. They shouldn't be depressed. They shouldn't have anxiety. We humans, you know what I'm saying? We humans. And that's the thing. Just because you got a lot of material things and money and all that, that's not success to some people. Some people already, what happens to them people that's already born with that kind of wealth? What happens? Just because you wasn't born with it, we look at them differently. And we feel like they got it, and we don't. So what the hell is they complaining about? Their life is a lot easier than ours. That's far from the truth. But the older you get, the more things you experience in life, you'll know what I'm talking about. And that's why I say don't compare your life, man, to other people's materialistic things. That shit don't get you nowhere. Because a lot of times, and I've even experienced some things where I've accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish, and I've got materialistic things that I wanted to obtain. But after a while, it didn't mean nothing. I worked hard for it. I got it. Now it's like, that's it. The thrill is gone. So you're looking for the next one. That's success to some people. You know, I got to drive that home to some people. I got to drive it home because we don't realize how, we don't realize how much people have and what you don't have, and when you get them kind of things, how much it means to you when it really don't mean shit to you. Where am I going? So how much is certain things worth to you? Does it make you successful because you have it? It just all depends on the perspective of the person. Truly. You can't look at somebody just because they didn't aim as high as you did and got the results that you've gotten, that they not successful. People going to school feeling like they going to better themselves in their outcome in life because they went to school. That's just being book smart. That's just having some knowledge on what you feel like you want to obtain in life, or a specific job. But it's a lot of people in life that don't have jobs, didn't even graduate high school, and they millionaires. That's success for them. You comparing yourself to somebody, for instance, I'm just saying, for instance, you comparing yourself to somebody who never finished high school, but they're a millionaire. You went to school for 6, 8, 4, 3 years, and you don't have half as what they got, half as much as what they have. You thinking about that? You thinking about, why I don't have this? How did they get this? They could have been in the right place at the right time. Certain things in their life could have been so detrimental, they had to get themselves up out of that situation. They caught on to an idea, and that idea flourished. They put the time, work, and effort into it. The grind, the grit and grind. And this is where they at today. When you think about your local rapper, you know what I'm saying? When you think about your local rapper, hasn't made it yet. You're like 30. You don't have a job. You smoke weed all day. Smoking bogeys. But then they finally get their big break. You looking at them, you judging them on what they haven't done through all this time. It could have been somebody from high school, your high school. You know what I'm saying? Your grammar school. This person or that person, they don't look like they should have all of these things. But you know what? They stuck with it. This was going to be their big break, their success for them. But you judging them by the things that they haven't done, and this is how they're getting by. And for some of y'all can't fathom the thought of somebody doing better than you. Even for the fact that you know them for forever. But now they got theirs because what they did. They stuck to their shit. They stuck to their grind. Your grind was in them books. Their grind was dedicating they craft to their art. You know what I'm saying? To they writing raps or whatever. Stop looking at other people's success, man. Stop doing that. Focus on you. Focus on the people around you, your team around you. That's helping you get to where you gotta go. Some people have different levels of thinking where they want to go and what success is to them. Reading a book could be successful to somebody who never learned how to read and write and dropped out of grammar school or high school freshman year. Never went back to school ever. You just never know. You just judging them based on what they've been doing their whole life. You feel like somebody wasting their life. But you doing good. You ain't where you want to be, but you judging them. People's level of success is different, man. For somebody who dropped out of grammar school or high school, and now they know how to read a book, that is success for them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some people who turn their life around coming from the prison system is success. Because you ever thought about this, man? You ever thought about the people that go to jail for 10, 12, 15 years, 20 years, they still kind of like in their prime. Let's say they get out at 40. They get out and they doing better than you and you've been free for 20, 30, 40 years. Does that ever cross your mind? That shit is mind-boggling because I know people like that. You be like, damn, they got out of prison. They doing better than me. They stuck to something. They got out and they found their niche. You thinking in your mind because they're a felon, a criminal, that their life is over. And that they'll never be no good to society for that matter. Do you think about that kind of shit, man? I have. And they behind the curve because you know what it is? They keeping themselves right. They keeping their mind right. They got to be focused in the environment that they're in. So when they get out, they got to focus in a goal once they smooth out whatever they got to smooth out. Whether it's with parole, probation, whatever it is. And they find it in niche because you know what? When they get out, they got to get some money. They got to pay restitution or whatever the case they got to do. Whatever they got to do. They got kids. So they have a main focus on what they have to do and what success means to them at this point. Because at this point in their life, and this is hypothetical, things have become detrimental. Everything is about right now. What I need to do right now to get to where I got to go. To my destination. Right? But like I said, I'm using those two examples to show you that it might, for this person who just got out of prison, their mind frame is different. Their mindset is different. They coming from a different environment. You stayed free. He or she went to prison. They wanted to do what they wanted to do. But people in society give up on it because they served their time and now they out, but they still ain't shit. You need to wipe that from your mind because there's people out here doing better than me and you, and they've been locked up 10, 12, 15 years. We need, some of us that's free, a lot of us that's free need to change our mindset. And then you find what you would like to be successful in. But it's all perspective. It's all point of view of what you feel success is to you. And I want you to stop looking at somebody unless you're going to ask them what they did to see if you can apply it to your life. And you make some changes and steps to where you want to go. I do it. If I'm intrigued or interested in something and I see that they've gotten somewhere, I want to be like, damn, how did they do that? They did that. Let me ask them. Let me pick their brain. A lot of y'all don't want to open y'all fucking mouth about nothing. Y'all want to stay silent and just look. That's y'all watching with silent eyes. Ask that man. Ask that woman. How did they get to this point? How did they get there? Open your mouth. Even if you don't know them. If they're approachable, approach them. If you can hit them behind the keyboard, email, Facebook, any social media platform, do that. Because it took a person that's coming from the bottom to put their mind to something that they needed to do to get to where they had to go. Their environment was, their living conditions was fucked up. Yours wasn't. And again, you looking at what somebody else has, what they don't have, you judging them on that. You feel like that's not success. You looking at success as a different, something totally different. Like I said, it's based on perspective of what you feel success is to you. You can't compare yourself. And it's all about, again, what I say, perspective. And it's also your living environment. What makes you blossom when people live in different types of environment? When your environment different, your mindset is different. If I never knew nothing about the hood and I was raised somewhere, I don't know, in the country or somewhere, my mind, my level of mental gratification that I want to receive for the kind of life I live is going to be totally different from yours. Levels of success is different. What Meek Mill say is levels to this shit. And it really is. It's levels to life. Your environment will dictate the way you live. Based upon your choices as well. We get that. I get that. But you change your environment, you change your mindset. You change the way you look at things. You even change the way you look at what success is for you. And only you. Somebody may have got somewhere because they worked for it. You understand me? Don't get too wrapped up in what somebody else got. Work on you. Think about what you need. Think about what you want to do. You understand me? Don't look at the finished product. Look at what they went through. Look at what they had to do. What you see is the finished product. You're not looking at what they had to go through to get there. What did you have to go through to get to where you at? Because I'm damn sure believe if you're still alive, you farther than where you was. You ain't where you used to be. Right? I'm not where I used to be 5 years ago. I'm in a better situation. Things could be worse. It always could be worse. But things can be better as well. If you need guidance, you look for it. You ask the Most High for it. For those of you who have belief, who have faith. And that's just what it is, y'all. So what is success to you, man? You ask yourself that. And there's different levels to it, man. Just because somebody else has what you have or don't have what you have, and y'all looking at things differently, that don't mean it ain't success. Being success could be money, books. It could be anything. What's good, Truth Teller? I seen your text, you know what I'm saying? But I was off in my own little lane with my little lie. And like I said, man, don't look at what other people got. Your level of success is totally different from somebody else's. Somebody's success might be buying one house in a whole lifetime, winning the lottery, learning how to walk, learning how to eat right, feeding their mind knowledge, surrounding themselves with good people. That all those things could be attributed to success for people. You dig what I'm saying? All of it. Shit, not having diabetes, eating right, beating cancer, any ailments in their life, being a bodybuilder, that could be success. People changing the way they think, people changing the world with their story. I seen something on on a looper from Snapchat. A young boy named Isaac. I can't think of his last name. He has dwarfism. He's 17. He's a bodybuilder. He changing lives. Stuff like that. Little stuff. Something that you wouldn't. They not letting a situation determine the way they live and what success is to them. So somebody that you might look at like, damn, their situation fucked up. However you might look at that shit. But look at what they doing. Look at who's looking at them. Look how many people is looking at their story and how much their life has changed. And how much change they putting out in the world for you to view. Somebody's story will change your life. Somebody's story will change the way you think. And to be grateful. So sometimes you got to hold your tongue, look, watch, and ask them how they got there. Some people are so determined about what they do that things are going to change eventually and gradually for them anyway. Understood. Likewise, though. Likewise. Truth teller. I'm still learning. And that's the thing. We still have to learn. We all have to learn. We have to learn from one another. All of us don't know it all. I even made a video about that, man. Just because we on this platform speaking to y'all don't mean we above life situations. You understand what I'm saying? Your situation got to change based on what you do in this life. Nothing else. What you do. You have to be humble. You're right, truth teller. You know what I'm saying? We learn from each other because we don't have all the answers. No matter how much we on these platforms, we don't have all the answers. We still learn from other people. And you can learn from somebody that's younger than you. So you can learn from a kid. They might have ideas that you never even thought of because they look at life totally different in a different perspective. Which they don't have much experience in life, but you can still learn from them. You can even learn from a fool. So you won't be a fool. You understand what I'm saying? We need to change the way we think. I even have to change the way I think on a daily. I look at certain things and put it in different perspectives. I see both sides of the spectrum. Whether it's coming from a male or a female. You have to be very observant. You have to be very observant in this life. But check this, y'all. I gotta cut it. I'm really getting into it. I really want to stay here. But listen, I gotta get ready. I gotta prepare my food for work. And I'm glad y'all came by. For those who did come by and put something in there. You know what I'm saying? Put your comments in the section. I appreciate y'all. So I'm gonna get up out of here. So y'all be blessed, people, and I'm gonna keep it pushing. Until the next one, all right?